At 8 o'clock, the Sigma 33 workout was the first Sigma 33 to round the Needles, along with the first of the quarter-tonners. As Artemis approached St Catherine's, Leopard was being overtaken in Sandown Bay by the leading Extreme 40, JPMorgan Asset Management, with Ellen MacArthur at the helm. JPMorgan Asset Management lost some ground when she nearly forgot to round the Bembridge ledge buoy, but she realised her mistake in the nick of time and had to head back to round correctly. She held on to her lead, just, but ABN AMRO now posed a serious threat. It was 8:20, and behind them, ICAP Leopard was in third place, running level with the third Extreme 40 offshore challengers. At the buoy, Leopard's spinnaker was jammed aloft, and a man was sent to the masthead to cut it loose. Meanwhile, back at St Catherine's, Aviva, Formidable, Chernihiv 2, Paradox, Bear of Britain and Gartmore were all past the headland, with the breeze now from the west-northwest at 9 knots. Another boat, Mean Machine, had also grazed the wreck of the Varvasi at the Needles, but she too was reported as being okay. The back end of the fleet was still way back at Hampstead Ledge. It was going to be a long day for them. As the two leading Extreme 40s tacked their way up the Solent, it was still very close. While ABN AMRO stayed more in the centre of the Solent, JPMorgan Asset Management tacked in towards Osborne Bay. Ellen's tactics proved to be best, and she held on to her lead by a few hundred metres at best. At 9 o'clock and 16 minutes and 3 seconds, JPMorgan Asset Management took line honours in an elapsed time of 4 hours, 6 minutes and 3 seconds, just 50 seconds ahead of ABN AMRO.
Well, Campbell, you sponsor the race, you sponsor the boat, and you get to ride on it. That's a bit greedy, isn't it?
Sorry. Would you turn up this chance?
Absolutely not. So was that your first time riding on it?
First time round the island.
And first time on Extreme 40?
First time on
What did you think of it?
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Most exhilarating thing I've done for years. Fantastic.
Would you do it again?
Oh yeah. Yeah, we'll be back to Cowston.
So pretty good, isn't it, to win your own race?
What can I say?
Have a few beers and enjoy it.
Third time lucky. See you.
Cheers. Bye.
Third over the line was ICAP Leopard, at 9:23 and 5 seconds, in an elapsed time of 4 hours, 23 minutes and 5 seconds, to take monohull line honours, but not the record, which she missed by just 18 minutes. Behind the leaders there were still over 1,700 boats, reaching back as far as the Needles and beyond. Some were doing this race for fun, but some also had a more serious objective in mind, raising money for charity. More than £80,000 was raised for charity through the event, the main beneficiaries being Breast Cancer Care, Macmillan Cancer Support, Prostate Research Campaign and the Ellen MacArthur Trust. Praise should also be given to the 150 volunteer race organisers, without whom the race couldn't go ahead. Johnny Malbon's Artemis Ocean Racing won the Lombard Trophy for the Open 60 class, with Di Cafari's Aviva second. Sir Robin Knox-Johnson suffered an injury to his arm and handed the helm of his Open 60 to Robin Aisha, Admiral of the Island Sailing Club. Philip Cotton's Seacart 30 Buzz was the fourth boat back and took the Golden Miller Challenge Cup as top GP Mokra multi-hull. While the race passed without serious mishap, some crews had a few embarrassing moments, which they would probably prefer not to be reminded of. Amongst these were the crew of Clarion of Skye, which went aground not once but twice just before the finish line. The top trophies went to South Coast sailors. Mark Taylor from West Sussex won the Silver Gilt Roman Bowl, sailing Marbella, a 50-year-old South Coast one design. He beat 674 yachts who were racing under the ISC rating system. The gold Roman Bowl went to Edward Donnell from Winchester, who topped the 590-strong IRC division for regular racers in his folk boat Madeleine. All in all, this was a very successful event that more than made up for last year's disappointments. There were 1,603 finishers, the last over the line being Ray Marine Young Sailor of the Year Katie Miller, sailing a lecture with Dan Monk in aid of the Ellen MacArthur Trust. The pair had gear failure during the race, but were not giving up on their fundraising attempt, and they finally crossed the finishing line after nearly 13 hours on the water.
Is that the Island Sailing Club, I saw the reports in the press this morning. Obviously there's the America's Cup going on, there's the Around the Island race as we've all competed in this weekend, and some of the reports talked about it as a family race. It is a family race, and that's what makes this so special. However, it's also a bit like the Grand National of the sailing world. There are so many fences and hurdles that we all have to negotiate as we go around the course. That for me is what makes this a unique race in the world, and it's a real privilege to win this race, and thank the Island Sailing Club for fantastic organisation to get 1,700 boats off that line and clear. Absolutely superb, so absolutely fantastic. Thank you to the Island Sailing Club.